Okay, can you see me all right? No, you can't. It's a black screen in your face. Can you hear me at least? Yeah, I've got some visual indication here on the audio mixer that there's some sound going through, but if you can hear me, raise your hand. I can't see you either, so you just raise your hand in front of your phone. You just tell everyone around you that you're on FaceTime. You'll be fine. You won't look like an idiot, I promise. Well, everyone, welcome to my channel once more. I'm going to try something brand new because I've never done it before, and I apologize for all the Discord notifications. I totally forgot how to mute that. But anyways, I'm going to do something completely brand new on the channel that I've never done to this degree, and I'm so stoked and pumped to unveil it. But before that, let's just unveil my face, shall we? Hopefully this works okay. And yes, I think we've got it. Look at that. It's me. Hello, and I can even do this. Oh, look at that. So cool. And I can make it fade away too. Bye-bye. Okay. I had a lot of fun setting this up. Hours of pain and preparation and confusion, mostly, to get this set up. But we're going to do something I've never done before. It is an official Let's Draw kind of video. I've got a lot of time-lapse art videos on my channel, but this is my first actual real time, as real as it gets. As soon as you press play, just pretend it's real time. It's not an actual stream, but I wanted to prepare my setup for the stream, and it's kind of cozy. It's alright. It's as good as it gets. I don't have a big old fancy Wacom tablet screens. I have my iPad Pro though, and that'll do the job just fine. So let's go ahead and unveil it right over here. And there she is. Oh, that looks great, except for the fact that I've cut off, my fingers are going straight through it. But anyways, look at that. That looks awesome. Okay, so this is gonna hopefully go off without a hitch. Also, I can do this. Boom. I moved the name from way over there to right here. Cool, right? And we can make it go away as well. Awesome. So I've got on the screen here, let's see if it actually does. Okay, zoom, pinch to zoom. There's actually surprisingly no lag here, so I think we're going to be able to get along with this setup just fine. Here it is, actually, my materials for the job today, the iPad Pro and the pencil. So, oh yeah, big tip for those who don't want to buy that little attachment that keeps you from losing your iPad charging port cap. Just use a rubber band. That's what I do. Yeah, very nifty. And rubber bands are free. You can find them anywhere. So here we go. What are we gonna draw today? Well, I honestly have fallen a little behind on my comic work. Dreamer's Echo comic work, obviously, but we're not, sadly, not going to be doing any Dreamer's Echo stuff just yet. But today, we're going to be tackling the good old side project that I've been enticing you and dragging on and giving you all sorts of tease about. It's my good friend Ed. He is writing a comic that is continuing his series that's kind of like a classic alien sort of invade Earth, but it's got a good twist. So it's like if what is it called? That Douglas, you know, 42. That movie, 42. No, not the Jackie Robinson one. The Aliens one. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, remembered. Smart. It's like if you had Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy meets like something else, an adventure. So it's kind of an interesting indie comics take on the classic alien abduction story, but it's got a lot of funny, nice, interesting twists in it as well. And there's another little... I'll just blur all of the Discord, not because they're private, but because they're annoying. So from now on, if you hear Discord notification, you won't be seeing a Discord notification. Fun, fun, fun. So enough rambling. I've got to do this before my battery dies. 76%. Not bad. So got a few hours. We're gonna make this short. hopefully. I'm going to just do, if what we're doing is we're in the sketch phase. Do you see that right there? Actually, I can use my cursor as well. Look at that. Double computing power right here. It's the future. Waves of the future right here. Sketch layer. We're just working on the sketch layer today. That's all. Is it annoying to you when there's a cursor on your screen? Whenever you're watching YouTube, do you care? Honestly, I don't care. A lot of people are picky out there. If you're one of those picky people, just feel free to complain at me and downvote the video. I don't care. This is my trend and this is my theme for the year of 2021. I'm gonna do YouTube my way. I don't care. I've been worrying and sorry, I'm rambling a lot, but oh god. Hydrate. I've been worrying and getting all up in my head about how I should be doing YouTube and following all the trends that everybody's doing and all the good stuff that gets you famous. But honestly, I took a stab at a few of those methods in the past and they never worked out for me. You know, I'm not a friend to the algorithm, but if you'd like to support me and you'd like to see me get up there, leave a like and subscribe and share this video with whoever you want, all your artist friends who are curious on how this whole setup is put together. I can show you how, whatever, I don't care. We'll do whatever videos that come to mind, and I should be drawing and talking at the same time. So what I do, we'll talk more YouTube stuff as I go along. Hopefully I can draw this just fine from down there. Usually it causes me a lot of neck and back pain, but I'm like hunched over. Yeah, I'm the classic artist who's hunched over his work, and it's not going to be good for me when I'm older, that's for sure. But today we're going to try proper posture and do this the right way, because my desk is down there, okay? So what I'm using here is Procreate, and my iPad is so far away, but this is what works for the stream, so hopefully it works for my actual artist skill. So this is Procreate. It's one of my favorite art apps that I've ever used in my life. Another one I like is Pixelmator. That one's awesome. But Procreate, honestly, all my art since I've gotten this iPad, about all my art since after I tried Pixelmator. I'm hopefully saying that right. Pixelmator. But everything I've done on art, sort of thing, all the art I've done in 2018, 19, and 20 and this year has been in Procreate, and I love it. It's so intuitive and easy to use at the same time, but it's complicated just enough so where if you want to get super advanced about it, you can. Okay, so let's just start with a straight line. Every drawing starts with a line. Every journey begins with a single step, right? How are we going to get this line super straight and exact? Well, you can see the tiny little grids in the back, but they're going to help a little bit. But when you try and make a straight line on a piece of paper, that wasn't too bad, but you can use kind of the pixels and the grid line to make it straight. Yeah, that is not bad. How do you test that? See if it's straight? Go ahead and drag it to the top line there. Oh my god, that was actually perfect. Whew. Okay, so maybe this posture thing, it's the real deal. Maybe all you people out there who always egg on people with bad posture about ergonomics, as Michael Scott calls it. But this right here, that's not bad. It's not perfect. The more I look at it, the more flaws I can see. Like here at the top left, this line has a lot more space here compared to the top right. Okay, so basically that is how you can make a straight line. You can use the grids on the back to get it perfect, as close as perfect as possible. I'm going to undo that though. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here on the left and I'm going to drag it all the way right. It doesn't have to be perfect, because that's the glory of Procreate, is that you can line it up perfectly, or you can make a crappy line and it'll, if you hold it, it'll make it perfect for you. Got the glories of modern computing. So what I'm doing here is I'm lining it up at the same time as I'm lining it up with the background and the top line, so we don't have to do it and then compare. We're going to do it and compare at the same time. So now I release, and now we can compare if we want. That one's a lot better. Okay, we're going to keep it. As for the thickness, what I'm doing here right now is when I'm starting and I'm looking at my script at the same time, I can't reveal that to you because that'll give away all the story, but what I am doing here is creating the panel borders. Just a good start, just to, in the sketch stage, to figure out where you want your panels to go. So in this scene, I'm not going to give away the story or anything, we're just going to sketch it out. This is the sketch phase, okay? It's fun, it's more imaginative than like the ink phase or the color phase, because you get to sketch out your ideas and play around a little bit, right? So, what we've got here, we're on page 24, no, not on page 24. Okay, we're on page 20, nope, we got that one done. 27, we're on page 27, all right, out of like 40 or 42, I think. So we're over halfway done with this. I'm excited. Yeah, so what we're doing here is we're going to make a few lines. Actually, you only really need, since we're doing this digitally, you only really need one line, because you can copy it, you can rotate it, transform it to make it fit where you need it. So there's your one line. Excellent. So what are we going to do with this one line? Well, we're going to read the script and see where we are here. Okay, what do I need to know to progress this story? Well, we just started, so panel 1! Panel 1, page 27. Okay, so I'm gonna read it to myself, if that's cool. I might edit this out, I don't know, I might keep it. Enjoy the background music. Okay, so, I understand panel 1 isn't going to be huge. It's going to be a pretty basic, maybe a medium to small size panel, because it's a zoomed in picture of a person's phone that is displaying a text message, a text message. So, how many, not only looking at panel 1, but moving on to the second panel, and the third and fourth, and all the way to the end, you want to understand where your flow is going to be before you visualize how you're going to set up your panel. So, for this, we have a total, always look at the total, of 6 panels. The very basic thing to do, since you have a comic-sized page that is taller than it is wide, very basic, most comics, it's 3x2. Keep it nice and simple, but no, we're going to get more imaginative with our panels, because this is right in the middle of the book where the action is starting to kick off. So, well, it's already kicked off. Now it's kind of the turn to Act 2, I believe. Maybe even Act 3. I don't know. We'll see here. So, panel 1 is a small one, and 6 panels total. So we can have panel 1 here up at, I'll use my cursor. We could have panel 1 up here in the corner, like a kind of medium to small sized rectangle, kind of just like your cell phone zoomed in picture panel there. And for now, I'm going to move this, oops, sorry. I'm going to move this line down here, because I don't want it to distract. Okay, so first panel, something like that, like a cell phone size. But there's some action happening. It's not just looking at the cell phone, it's actually someone taking the cell phone away from one of the main characters. So it's being confiscated. And then with the second panel, it changes to the main character's point of view, looking up from a table with a bright light shining down. It's kind of like a interrogation sort of thing, or capture of the main character by an unknown group of people, shadowy figures. You can't have a sci-fi thing, a sci-fi property, without shadowy figures. So now we have that where it switches point of view from that phone to the person looking up. So it can be very dramatic. We can have the light coming down. We can have it from his point of view, looking up and surrounded by shadows. Okay, we can keep it very shadowy, silhouette-y. Silhouette-y? New word. And then panel 3, he sits up from the table, an exam table, surrounded by shadowy figures, and holding a long tube-like instrument that has the word probe clearly on it. See, I told you, this is going to be a very fun, tropey, but using tropes in a very fun, like, hey, this is a sci-fi alien flick, and you're going to like it because you know all your sci-fi stuff, right? We got a lot of sci-fi stuff thrown in, so yeah, we got some probes thrown in. Where are we throwing those probes? Stick around, we'll find out. Next, we have a panel of, this is where it gets even more comical, the main character taking a selfie as they get their phone back with these shadowy figures. So, oh god, that's hilarious. And another character, main shadowy figure, comes in, apart from the crowd, with a chart showing some weapons, almost like a newscast, saying that some bad stuff is coming. Make sure you pay attention to this next part, because I'm speaking from the main shadowy girl point of view. I'm the main shadowy girl, and we're going to yeah, it's a girl. I'm giving it all away. You're going to see it all in the picture anyways, but I'm not going to give away the story. You'll just see it, a little preview of the image. So yeah, okay, lots of nuclear warheads are missing, and okay, so this main shadowy woman, we'll just call her, you know, instead of Men in Black, we'll call her Woman in Black, WIB, presents this problem to the main character. So then with those panels, they seem pretty straightforward, but since she's presenting this problem, we're going to make it wider, more cinematic panel right in the middle near the bottom. That leads to a map. Okay, so the bottom picture, the last panel, will be a map of the area where it turns out there's seismic activity. So there's a lot of things being thrown at the main character at the same time. So we're going to make this very dramatic, cinematic, and exciting. We're gonna make it nice and clear, hopefully. So my sketches are gonna be very messy, but you're gonna like it. So here is the line. Sorry, this is my first time streaming art. It's gonna be weird, but that's the line. Yeah, we're done. Okay, pack it up. We're good. No, okay. We've got to move this line where we want our first panel. So this is what I do. I move to freeform. Zoom in, grab the side, bring it over. There's our first panel, bottom line, and we don't need to use all the left sides. Let me just drag it over. Actually, I didn't even resize it. But if you're gonna have a line, make sure you don't go uniform, because even if you resize the side, it will get bigger. Do you see it getting thicker as we drag it out? Yeah, see, compare. Always go freeform with your transformations. So, okay. We're going to have that panel with the cell phone being confiscated by the WIB. And you know what? Let's just make it so the WIB is... Do we make it so it's the main girl? The main WIB that comes out? See, this is the fun of the sketching phase of any comic. It's kind of like active storyboarding, but you know, you skip the whole storyboard step altogether. Saves you time. You're storyboarding right on the sketch page. Okay. If we have that right there, it's a very wordy text, so maybe if we have more room, make it longer. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. Wait. Yeah. Maybe? Sure. That's good, I guess. We can put it right there. No. Well, the cell phone's being confiscated, so should we make it like 2 panels? One of the cell phone itself, and then one of the lady taking it away? Yes, let's do that. So, bring back the line. I'm undoing and going back to the line here. Perfect. If we make it go all the way across here, we could have the cell phone be a dividing line. Go for reform every time. There we go. So we have our line across. Now what we'll do after that, this is one of the many beauties of the tech age. Copy, paste. Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, the cool little shortcut, what you do is, I feel like a cat scratching at the screen, but it's like three fingers down will give you this copy and paste thing, and it saves so much time instead of going all the way up here and then add copy, or going here and then going copy right there. Yeah, it saves so much time doing it the cat scratch way. So now we're going to rotate one of them Actually, yeah, the one we inserted, we're going to rotate it. See, that's amazing. Every comic that I've done before has been not as digital as this one I'm doing now, and this saves so much time, and it makes it so much more precise. Time and precision, fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have the cell phone like that. We can see a little zoom in of the text message itself, and then this next panel, it's going to be confiscated. And then, so we inserted a panel, so I'm going to note my script here. Anytime you make an adjustment like that, just put like a P for panel, and then, yeah. Okay, just so I don't lose my spot there, what I've changed. Now, it's from the main character's point of view, looking up from the table. We're going to make this very cinematic, so we're just going to paste the same line, but we're going to bring it down, make it super widescreen, like that. Freeform, zoom in, grab that middle one, bring it out. Oop, didn't grab the middle one. Grab the middle one, that way it doesn't move diagonally. Nicer that way. Okay, good. And then, let's make it a little wider. Next is a funny one where he gets up from the table. Okay, we can actually combine those. Okay, we're gonna make it a little taller because we can combine the next two panels. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, then we'll make a funny one here. So we're gonna paste. So some comic artists, when they're paneling out like this, they like to do just single lines to divide their art, which is fine. You can get a little messy and close when it's close together like that, but it's still cool. I've done that before many times. I do actually thick black lines, because in Dreamer's Echo you have a black border on each page, very thin black border, but that works really well with thick black line borders for your panels, because then it's all connected. It's the same thing as having the white borders on a normal comic book page, but it's darker, so it's more dramatic, more cinematic. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna bring that panel back actually, and we're going to do this. Hopefully I grab the middle here. I did! Sweet. Okay, I didn't even have to zoom in. So we're gonna do that funny probe picture right there in the small one, and then next is a funny one where he's taking a selfie. So we could do two funnies right here. Let's do that. So we're gonna squish him in. And we're going to do a double panel. So if you do that, I'm going to bring it down this way. If we do that, we're going to actually make this other one a little wider, a little taller. Okay. So maybe we'll keep this video short, and how we'll do that is I'm going to just make this video about paneling, and I'll make several paneling videos after that that'll not have such a long intro like I always do, but this one will keep it nice and as simple and concise as we can, barring the intro, but I'm going to include the intro in. But yeah, paneling. We'll make this video paneling. Cool. We'll edit that out. No, we won't. It'll be hilarious. Now we're going to resize this one again so that it meets. Did I grab? I grabbed the wrong. Don't grab the corner, grab the middle. Oops. Or you could just tap it, I think. How do we do that? You tap. There's a trick to it. I don't know what the trick is, but you can resize it. You saw it come up earlier. See? Right there. You can resize it. That's beautiful. I'm always so stupid. By also, to make sure you have straight lines, you can tell how crooked it is when you zoom in. Look at that. All that room there on the left. Look at all that room, all that space when it's in the transformation box on the left. Then if you zoom out and go to the bottom, look at how much room is on the right. Look right there. This is clearly a crooked line, but luckily it's just a little crooked, so you won't be able to tell on the page. None of the readers will care anyways. We're just perfectionists, right? All the artists out there. We're just gonna slide that down. There is a way to click. Oh, you just click the button, the little bullet. Perfect. You can change the dimensions here. So if you wanted to make it longer, just type in 6,000. Enter. Oh, wait. Did that do it? Oh my god. That's uniform because it was... Let's try it again. Click, 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 click. There it is. Not uniform. This is gonna be 6. Nope. It was 72. Go back to 72, please. And you are going to be... Wait, what? 6,000, right? Oh my god. Alright, let's not do it that way. Some of you guys like to be more precise like that, but this is just the sketch phase, guys. Keep it simple. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Best advice you ever gave me. Sorry, you're going to get a lot of Office quotes here watching this channel. And if you don't like The Office, just pretend that I came up with those things. No. So that is what we've got for those panels. Then we have a very, very cinematic picture here. Panel of the main lady presenting what the problem is to our main character. Okay. So then we'll copy or we'll paste another line in there, bring it down, switch to freeform, and rotate. And we don't need to resize it, it's on the edge of the paper. So, yeah, let's do like right there. Ooh, okay. I like that. Yeah, because this is when you get your first look at who this lady is. So, what we're gonna do, actually what I wanna do, first we're gonna merge down everything. We're gonna put it all in one layer. Okay, so there's your panel. And a lot of people like to put the panel layer on its own thing, which is good, but this is just the sketch layer. I usually trace over the panel layer, sketch layer, with a new panel layer with black ink or something to make it more precise, but in the sketch phase we're just doing it this style, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move everything up, and I've got a keyboard so I can get super precise. So we're just gonna move it up just a little bit. I think I went right one, okay. Back to center. Did I get centered? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna give more room on the bottom two panels because that's where the real scene turners are, and we're gonna stretch it down. Look at that. That is a nice little symmetrical, even sort of panel layout. I like it. Not too bad. Oh, okay, let's just use the arrows. The reason why I'm giving more room on the bottom, it's not only just because that's where you find out where the big scene turner are and the page turner is, like the big cliffhanger, but also it's where you find out, it's where you see, and I'm just gonna say her name, it's not a spoiler, it's just a name, Eleanor. It's where you see Eleanor. She's like the boss of the women in black, the WIBs. So you want to make her panel a little more, you know, a bigger, centered. It's not in the center because she presents something in the next panel. That's the important thing. But you want to see you want to give the reader a good depiction, a good visual of what this character looks like. Especially since it's a dark room, an interrogation room, or an examination room. So there you go. Oop, messed that up. Thank God for undo. So she's gonna be in this panel. This is all her panel right here. All right. You know what I realized? I could do this. So much better. You can see so much more there. Awesome. So yeah, now you have my full screen. Oop, you have my full screen. Stop it. Stop it. Leave. Okay. There, you have my full screen. You can see this a little better. I can actually... No, I can't touch it because my hand gets cut off there. Oh, the joys of filming in a tiny room. Oh, God, what I would give for an actual giant studio for filming. I would have so much fun in project time. Now I just need the time, I need the money, but anyways, there you have it. That's our panel setup for this page. Very simple, to the point, laid out for the reader's flow to be very, optimal. So I'm gonna use my cursor here on my PC. Panel number 1. This is where you see a close-up of a cell phone receiving a text message, and you're gonna see a lot of detailed text there. It's a zoomed-in text message like you see in the movie, so you're gonna see what exactly is on that message. And then right here, you'll see the phone being taken away by a WIB. So a WIB. Can we call them WIBs? Is that offensive? So these, if it is, tell me, and I will stop using that word. So the WIB grabs the phone right there, confiscates it, but you see it from his point of view. And then here he's getting up from the table after being captured, and wakes up from the capture and gets up and realizes he's not strapped in or anything. So he is a little worried. Who wouldn't be worried in that situation? So you want to give it enough room to be cinematic, and so you can see where the setting is taking place. Almost every comic book page, unless it's full action exposition, dramatic movement, if it's a normal comic book page, you want to have something where you can see at least one panel where you can see where you are. It's a scene setting panel. You need the scene set panel. So that's our scene set panel. Right in the middle, a little off to the side, because we're gonna have two funny meme panels here: the probe and the the selfie. So, and then down here you have the actual leader of the WIBs coming out, Eleanor, exposing her, not exposing herself, that's inappropriate, exposing to the main character her position in this story. So I'm not going to sketch this page out for you guys. This is just for paneling. And then you have a big scene turner right here, the cliffhanger, as it were. Every page not only has to have a good start, but it's got to have a good end. But that end has to give the reader enough draw to flip the page. I've read too many comics out there that the flow just gets lost at the end because that's where they, capped it off. But then you look at the rest of the book and it's like, you still have like 40 pages after that. What's going on? So you gotta have that slight cliffhanger, nothing too dramatic, but something just to give the page turn, give the page a turn, give the reader a reason to keep going. So this is that. This is where you see exactly what Eleanor is presenting to Fred, the main character on the table. Hey, hey Fred, this is Eleanor speaking. Hey Fred, check this out. This is that page. You're going to want to pay close attention to this because there's some stuff about to go down. That's that panel. And then you want to see Fred's reaction to that. Obviously, that's any reader's first instinct is like, oh, crap. What is he going to do? What's next for our hero, So that's that page turn. And that's a classic cliffhanger note to end on it with every page. It's like, what's he gonna do? What's she gonna do? What are they gonna do? So sorry, can you hear my squeaky chair? Sometimes my squeaks in my chair sneak into my recording, so you might hear it on the podcast. Yeah, but it's cool. I disguise it with other sound effects. And sometimes I actually use the squeak at a chair. Just listen to the podcast, you'll hear it. I need a new chair. I need one of those fancy chairs where I can actually like rest my head. So this is our main layout. So I have a few options here. Since it's going to be in the dark, if we have just plain black lines dividing our panels, that will be really confusing because the room is already very dark. It's going to be inked out, except for the light that's shining on the table, and maybe there's a light shining behind our Eleanor character to create a silhouette more foreboding and what's the word? Very, very threatening, but not too threatening. Intimidating, that's the word. An intimidating presence for our main character to fear just a little bit, because this is a woman in power who needs your help. So what are we going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a classic, well, you could thicken the lines out a little bit, thicken the lines out, which is not actually very hard at all. You just copy paste, and then you shift over one right and one down, and look, it's already thick. It's like double thick already. I shifted over 2 or 3 right and 2 or 3 down. But then you have the issue on the corners there. So what you do is you copy another one, paste another one, and then you go the opposite direction. Left, and then up. Look how thick the lines are getting. This is crazy. Could we do it again? Yes, we could. We could, if we wanted to. Merge down, merge down. Now it's all on one layer. Watch this. Copy, and then we're gonna paste it, and then we're gonna move it 2 to the right. We can move it 4 to the right now. Maybe 5, 6. How many? Place your bets down below. 7. Oh, 7's too high. You can already see the crack line in the line right there. I'll zoom in. Oh, shoot. I'll zoom in there. See, that's 7's too far. Gotta go back to 6. Oh, 6 is even too far. Look at that. Okay, so 5 it is. And then we go 5 down. Oh, I zoomed in, so can't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you zoom in, it gets too precise. And then watch, we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 up. So we're having a problem here where you can see the layers are stacked. Look at that. There's a lot of easy solutions for this. You could fill it in if you really wanted, or you could keep copying and pasting and then just fill in those manually, like so. Oh, there's a little gap there. We can paste another one, put it in. Move it up a little bit. Move it to the right, up. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so that is going to be a very dramatic setup. Actually, this is what I do a lot for Dreamer's Echo, is I make the lines thick because it makes it very more cinematic. Very, intense, but we don't want that, okay? Not for this comic. What we're gonna do is we're gonna undo all that goodness. Oops, there we go. Oop, too far. Shoot. Come back. There we go. So we're back to where we started here with the simple lines. I want to show you a quick, somewhat quick, cool way of creating the creating the classic comic panel dividers that we see in every comic book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've duplicated it and I moved it 7 right and 7 down. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Go back. And just do 1 and then just move it left. Wait. Where'd you go? Oh, go away. Okay. Just filling in all the gaps. Perfect. Now what do you want to do? No, wait. I missed one. I missed one. All right. One more. Like a video game. You can see exactly what I'm doing, right? I'm just filling in all those cracks. There was a crack up here in the top, and then there was some cracks on the sides, like right over here. But now that we have enough layers, we'll just merge them. This is one of the coolest things about doing comics digitally, is it's super easy to replicate things. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clean up the edges with the eraser tool. There is a more precise way to do it, but one option is to move in there and just clean up the edges. Move to a monoline eraser so it's even. What we're doing is we're making a clean border. Just like that. If you zoom out enough, you can't see those little nubs that were created when you severed the ends, or you can actually just get rid of them. But there is a more precise way to do it, and I don't do this normally. I should be doing it, but use the rectangle selection tool. move in nice and tight, and select the pixels that you want to destroy. And I don't know the shortcut for clearing, so I'll just press the button right there. That didn't work. We're not on the same... Wait, did it? Let's bring back the selection. I have no idea. Nothing happened. All right, let's try again. Here we go. We're going to get rid of this line, and we're gonna add another one. We're gonna get rid of this line, and we're gonna just select here. We can even add some precision to this over here to get rid of the nubs. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. This is the sketch phase, guys. But for you guys out there who are actually in the paneling phase and need some tips on how to do it in Procreate, this is how you do it in Procreate. Okay. So we have a few other vertices, corners, that we want to clean up. So I'm not going exactly right up to the edge because I didn't zoom in enough, and I'm not confident to cover those, but it'll be fine. If you do want to do that, that's how you do it. You just zoom in, get more precise. Okay, so what I'm doing here is the glorious selection tool is so versatile. It's almost more versatile than like Photoshop's. I love how easy and fun it is to select things in Procreate. It's amazing. So now that we have them all selected, we could clear, which clears the selection, my bad. We could color fill, and it color fills. But if you had your color to white, it would delete them, obviously. I'll show you that in action. You add the color to white, and then color fill. Boom! It is finished. No, wait, is it? One of them is. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? Dehydrated, yo. I have it selected. It's on the right layer. So we'll just cut. Let's just cut. Done. I missed one. This is why we double check our work. Whoa. Oh, it's in color fill right now. See, I don't want a color fill because I'm trying to make these transparent. Okay? So instead of color fill, we will... Whoa. We will not color fill. Turn it off. Forget you have to turn things off. We'll just cut. Cut it out. And it is gone. Alright. This is... See, I missed it again. I missed it again. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Okay. That's good. That's perfect. Okay. And from that end, now we can cut it out. Look at that. And that is the finished panel, well, sketch phase of the panel. Panel idea. This is the layout of what we've got so far. So a lot of people will opt to put this on their own layer. Put it on its own layer. That's the best possible solution because you don't want to mix that in your art, because sometimes your art will overlap and get messy. You'll go draw something in this panel and then whoops, it spills over to here, and then you try and erase it, then you erase the panel. Always keep everything that is separated on a different layer, and that goes true with every digital art workspace. Excellent. So I think that's what I wanted to cover in today's video. The inaugural episode of me testing out my art streaming rig. So I use the same microphone that I stick into this audio box. Just bring it over. You can see it. Yeah. This is my thing that you've seen in the DIY video. Oops. Dropped something. The DIY video of me putting that together. If you want to see how I've made that, click the video link up there. But yeah, this is just the same mic I use there, and then I can share all the other things here that I use for the programs, and they're there isn't much. It's a super easy setup. If you'd like to see more of that, let me know. But for now, I think we're gonna say this episode's squared away. Quite literally squared away. I mean, look at the squares on the screen. Here, let me do one of these. I'll learn how to get a lot smoother at transitions in my streaming software. But, wow. Okay. Cool. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been Jet Falco. You can also check me out in all these links here. There's some more videos. There's random videos right there. There's a subscribe and a support button. I mean, you've seen this all before, but if you want to see more art videos like this one where we do all sorts of comic creation on digital workspaces, let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate you joining me, and I'll see you next time.